about unique opportunities for you guys here at Washington State? This is the first time ever in the Pac-12 championship game, okay, they are going to have a player analyst. Somebody in the pregame shows, someone with real experience.
Caleb, do you see? Hello, Coach. It's Ron Stone Jr. here, Washington State football. Can we get a Go Cougs?
Not going that far.
Okay, all right. We tried.
On the sideline is going to be on the big show, and that man is RJ Stone.
You set your dreams from a young age, and you chase them, you attack them. And this is me attacking my dream right now.
Oh, the helmet drop. Ron Stone Jr., one of our favorite players in the Pac-12. I just got to say, it's not very often that you get to introduce the person that's going to replace all of us on this set. But, RJ, congratulations. This is the first time we've had a player analyst here on our set. You feeling good? You feeling nervous? Because you shouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm nervous all at the same time. I didn't realize how much standing I was going to be doing today. So, credit to you guys.
You're in game shape, though.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Seasons made me prepared for this moment.
All right. Well, let's talk about getting prepared for this moment, because you got to play and face both of the quarterbacks that we're going to see today. And let's talk about Caleb Williams. We've been showing film. We've been talking about how do you slow him down? How do you stop him? He's unsackable. You got to him. You got to him this year a couple times. So tell me what it is like to go against this man, number 13.
He is one of the most electric players in college football right now. He can beat you on the ground. He can beat you in the air, whatever way he sees fit. So, I mean, just realizing that he's going to make some of those plays, it's a certainty. And so the biggest goal is containing him in the pocket and realizing his tendencies. He likes to scramble. He likes to extend the play. So banking on that and making those plays.
Did that one feel good when you got him down right there?
Oh, it felt great. I saw him running out the pocket, and him and I had met up during media day. So just to be able to tackle someone you know, it always feels better.
You know, my favorite is how Ashley said there's nothing like introducing the person who's going to replace us, knowing that it's not us, it's just me. It's me. It's fine, you know. But it's fine. Hey, you know, when I watch film, and I watched your game, and I watched some others, as I sit there and I try to figure out, you know, how do you slow this offense down? I think Utah gave us a pretty good glimpse. And when you look at some of the other plays with this USC offense, look, how about this, Ron? When you're looking at 6 guys in the box, USC loves to get those 2-on-2 matchups, and they use the quick game as a replacement for the traditional run game, and nobody defended that quick game better than Utah when you watch how things went in their first matchup. Now, here's my next thing. I'm all about blitzing. Let's bring the heat. Here, they bring 6-man pressure. Now, what should happen is the offense should recognize the fact there's an enormous hole in the middle of the field, and they should side adjust. Give me some slants. Make an easy throw for Caleb. But because he does all those off-schedule plays, that's not really what they do. They want to see him make a play. I say bring the heat. And when you don't bring the heat, you got to spy him, RJ. I'm telling you. And here's what Oregon State did a great job of. When you're spying, you don't drop. You just inch toward the line of scrimmage. And when he leaves the pocket, that's when you attack. And that's what's going to give, I think, Utah a chance to come out of this thing with a win. I'm glad that I can do it from here, though. I ain't got to actually do it on the sideline.
I was just going to say, you elevated your play as soon as Ron came on the set. That's
I'm
clear.
serious. Listen, I got a mortgage to pay.
Competition
I got
is
children.
good. Competition is good.
Just keeping you ready. Got to keep you focused.
So when you're trying to make a play on him in space as somebody who drops into coverage, are you thinking at all?
You just got to trust your coach and trust your technique and hope that it goes through. You know, he's a great player, and you have to realize you're also a great player and just be ready for that moment.
Yeah, the linebackers, I think, of Utah have grown a ton over the course of the season, like you've grown throughout your entire career. But there's a trio of them, whether it's Lander Barton, the true freshman, whether it's the other guys in Karene Reed or Mo Diabate. And I think dropping in zones is going to be key in this game if they choose to play zone. They did it against USC. Huge play on the first drive of the game right there to Mario Williams. And as the year has evolved, they brought pressure, as Nigel referenced. They've dropped, I think, with more awareness. Tonight, I think the linebacking core of Utah is going to be the key of this defense against USC and Caleb Williams.
We've talked about SC and Caleb Williams and all the things that he could do, and he's outstanding. Utah's #1 in defense in every category. Rush defense, pass defense, scoring defense, total defense. They are unbelievable on defense. So SC better bring their A game, because I think Utah plays outstanding defense. Probably them and Oregon State, two best defenses in this league.
Yeah, it's been fun to see. It's going to be strength on strength. Yeah, you're going to say that right
next to
his face.
I mean, come on, Coos. Washington State is up there, but a man has to be honest. Even though you're taller, better looking, and younger, and you're going to take my job, I gotta say what I gotta say.
We're all about honesty on this set, RJ. You stay right there. We're going to be back and talk about this Utah offense on the other side. Wow. It is getting loud in here as we get closer to kickoff. Clark Phillips and the Utes set to take on USC, a rematch from a terrific showdown October 15th. 6 picks this season for Clark Phillips. No player has more. And Jaquindon Jackson, what a revelation he has been from a quarterback to a running back. Had that 66-yard touchdown run against Colorado last week. He's starting to look more and more like a running back. We've talked about the importance of the Utah run game as we welcome you back. Nick Aliotti, RJ Ron Stone Jr. I'm going to mess it up because you got like 5 names. Yogi Rod, Nigel Burton, Ashley Adamson. That's hard to do. That's hard to do. Thank you very much. Just give myself a little shout out for that. Woo! All right, we talked about what it was going to look like when USC had the ball. So let's talk about Utah's offensive weapons. And RJ, let's start with Dalton Kincaid, because we began the show talking about how does USC stop him given what happened last time these two teams played, and he had 16 catches and went over 230 receiving yards.
Yeah, I think ultimately USC has to stop the run first and then win on money down and stop the connection between Dalton Kincaid and Cam Rising. 16 targets and 16 catches is an unbelievable stat line, and if he does that again tonight, it might go the wrong way for USC.
Is it one of those things that when you're playing somebody and it feels like there's that connection and you kind of see it building, that you can feel it as a defensive guy out there?
Absolutely. You know, it's one of those things that on money down, if they're struggling, you know who they're going to go to. They're going to go to their most reliable, Mr. Reliable, and for Cam Rising, it's Dalton Kincaid.
And you're buddies with Dalton Kincaid, am I wrong about that?
Yeah, me and Dalton are buddies.
Yeah, of course you are. Everybody's friends. That's the thing I think that's cool. That, for us, we see guys drawing at each other. It is loud in here. You're doing a great job, by the way. You're dialed in. But when you talk about on the field, there's some camaraderie with the players from different teams.
Absolutely. It's never as hateful as people like to think it is. And a lot of these guys grew up in the same towns. They met each other during the recruiting process. And you meet these people, and these are really some of your buddies, and you just enjoy being able to have that opportunity to go out and compete against them.
Well, one of the buddies tonight for Utah is going to be the run game, and it's Jaquindon Jackson. His story actually references amazing. About 11 months ago, he's on the sideline at the Rose Bowl wearing that yellow pin, and we're saying, is he going to be in the ball game? No, he's not. You go to week 4 against Arizona State, he's in the ball game as a running back, Nigel, and then this touchdown, we called it a week ago, 66 yards, and look at the ball placement, Coach Aliotti, high and tight. He is a thumper, he's running low. They have to run the football to take away a possession or two from USC. He will be the guy tonight for the Utes when they need tough yards.
Yeah, 5 points of pressure. Make sure it's 5 points of pressure on that football. And I think, you know what I can't wait to see? You know that Andy Ludwig, Lud's got that play in the back pocket or one of those critical downs, and understanding that he's got a guy like Jaquindon Jackson who's got a skill set that most running backs do not have. So that's what I would look for. I'm telling you, when it's red zone, 3rd, 4th down, you find a way to use the thing that this kid can do that most guys can't.
Dalton Kincaid and Rising had unbelievable games in that first contest. Unbelievable, Ron. I don't think that can happen again tonight, because if you're the defensive coordinator, as you mentioned earlier in Alex Grinch, you got to take away Rising and Kincaid. Who's the guy that has to show out for Utah tonight?
I mean, if you want to talk about Utah, it has to be Cam Rising. He has to find a way. He's the leader of this offense, and without him, this ship doesn't move at all.
The good thing is that Cam Rising seemingly looks healthy. Right? We saw him in that SC game. We're talking about October 15th all night long, but he took a stretch of 3 games where he was completing around 50% of his passes. Against Colorado, he finally looked himself. Right out of the pocket, the ball finished finish on the face mask of wide receivers. He needs to play his best game of his career. Needs to be efficient, needs to move the rock, and find that man, Dalton Kincaid, as you referenced on those critical downs.
Yeah, I just think ultimately, when you look at the first game, there were a lot of things the USC defense did really poorly, to be honest with you. They had a lot of miscommunication. They didn't cover down correctly. When you're in man and you're a linebacker dropping, you either need to hunt or you need to go blitz and engage so you can create pressure on Cam Rising. So if they fix those things, and then finally, here's the problem though, Coach, we know this. When you play man-to-man and you're dealing with a read zone offense, that creates other problems for you. So it's going to be interesting to see how the USC defense counters what they did.
Yeah, and it's amazing when you think about Cam Rising, because coming into the year, we were all talking about him as the Heisman hopeful, and now here we are. Caleb Williams is the clear front runner, but Cam Rising, he's been down a few times, but he has not been out. He's had some tough games. The Oregon game, he was not himself, but last week he looked more like himself. He mentioned his health, and if he's feeling it today,
what a story.
Yeah, what a story it has been. Okay, are you ready for some predictions, my man?
I'm ready.
Because here's the deal. It's all good. You know you're a Coug, and we know that, but you got to pick who's going to win, and there's a lot of Utah and USC fans sitting up there. So you ready for the heat?
I'm ready for it.
Right.
Somebody get a picture of you holding up a different.
I actually found a way to put a Coug side.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to start with Nick Aliotti, my man, Coach. Who are you picking in this game?
Well, I've had a tough one all week. I'm worried about this one. Wishy-washy back and forth. I don't believe Rising and Dalton Kincaid could do what they did last time. I love Caleb Williams. I'm going with the Trojans.
Trojan horse. All right. RJ, who do you like?
I gotta follow suit. It's hard to beat the same team twice in the same year, so I gotta go with the Trojans
Hold it
and
up,
USC.
baby.
Booze over here.
It's good. It's good.
Well, I kind of want to put that, where you want to go with the fingers, but I got to go to the honest way. I got to go with what I've seen. I'm sorry, Utah. I love you, but I'm not going against Caleb Williams and their offense. Trojans win, go to the playoffs.
And I just got to say, you picked USC after Lincoln Riley didn't give you a go Cougs. That's
ridiculous.
That's forgiveness.
Ridiculous.
The truth.
Are we going straight to
All I know is it should be a straight sweep. It should be. And I remember last year I'm standing in the same spot, and I said Oregon was going to win the Pac-12 title last year because I live in the state of Oregon, and I know where I sleep is most important. Well, I'm staying in a hotel with the Utah fans, and I know where I'm going to sleep tonight, and it's going to be a party at the MGM, baby. Here we go.
I should be smarter than this,
Yes,
but
of
I'm
course.
going with you, Nigel. Utes, baby.
I love it.